Welcome to the second part of the bankruptcy process, which is chapter 2 of the fresh start process. So before we actually go into the fresh start process, I think it's very important that you understand the process flow and internalize this process flow. Then the whole understanding will become very simple. Now, what is a fresh start process? It's a process that the law gives for people with very small debts, small assets, small liabilities, small income. So essentially your chicken hen loans and your very, very small, all the very large poultries exist. These are for small goat loans and things like that. So what is the fresh start process envisage? It says the debtor can give an application to DRT with or without a resolution professional. If it's without a resolution professional, DRT will write to IBBI and ask for a resolution professional. If it's with the resolution professional, DRT will write to IBBI whether it's okay to go ahead with this professional. There are timelines specified here, which is 7 days for the DRT to ask and 10 days for IBBI to present the opinion on or a new RP. Once both of these get over and there is an RP who is attached to this application, the court doesn't do anything. First of all, they have received the application and something called as an interim moratorium starts ticking on the date of receipt of the application without any adjudication. Then once this RP steps in, he gets a copy of the application and within 10 days, he has to submit a report to the DRT. Because the DRT says, I have no time to do all this, you please do this and tell me if this application is okay to go. Once that is said, the DRT passes the orders within 14 days of receipt of the report. And once, what is the order that's basically passed here? What is the debt? What is the qualifying debt for discharge? For qualifying debt, the moment I mention this line, please go back to the previous part and read what is a qualifying debt. I don't want to discuss this here again for the sake of time. But what are qualifying debts? It does not include excluded debts. It does not include something, those exclusions are there. Please go through. Not secure. So that's exactly what this process does for you. Then if I'm not happy, DRT has put out a list saying A, B, C, 10,000, 10,000, 3,000, 23,000. So this list has to be communicated by DRT within 7 days to the creditors who are contained in this list. At this point, one creditor comes and says, no, my debt is not 10,000. My debt is actually only 7,000. It was only a qualifying debt. So he has to first appeal to the RP within 10 days, disputing the debt that has been communicated to him. So at that stage, the RP has to within 10 days communicate a decision. Now after the communication of this decision, the debtor or the creditor may be unhappy with the RP's view. So both of them have 10 days time to go to DRT. And DRT within a period of 14 days has to resolve and communicate their decision. Once this is done, there will be consultations happening. And at the end of this consultation, which is 7 days before the period of fresh start comes to an end, the moratorium or the standstill, whatever the period, he has to submit a final list of qualifying debts to the adjudicating authority, which is the DRT. And the DRT on that basis will pass a fresh start order. Now let me just tell you quickly the moratorium. The term here used is moratorium only. And the moratorium will be for 180 days. Okay, beginning with the date of admission under the order admission unless the order is revoked in the middle. So it's the date of admission of the application. It is not the date of application. The date of application is called interim moratorium. Again, like to contrast with the main process under corporate, there is no provision for extension of moratorium here. There they had provided an extension period of 90 days or 45 days depending on main or the fresh start process. So this is broadly just the process flow for fresh start. In the next video, we'll go ahead into the actual fresh start process itself. Thank you.